Hey Capricorn, welcome to Mirasol Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Capricorn. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, please check your other placements. All right, let's get started.
All right. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands, and then we also have the Empress. So this person's looking at you like you're an Empress. In other words, you have everything that this person wants within a person and then some. So you're basically somebody who has exceeded this person's expectation. This is also somebody who feels really, really drawn to you. This is somebody who has a lot of desire for you, a lot of passion for you. Now, I do want to look at the Ace of Wands a little bit more. There's something that I really want to clarify. I just want to see if the devil's going to come out or not. It's like, the real reason why I want to look at the Ace of Wands, because this could basically insinuate, which even if that is the case, I'm not really worried and concerned about it, to be honest, but this could definitely insinuate that there is somebody here that, yes, is about to walk into your life that can bring a lot of emotional satisfaction into your life and a lot of happiness and joy, all that wonderful stuff, right? But this could definitely imply, right, that this person in particular does have like a lot of lust and desire for you, even if they do, right, have a lot of lust and desire for you, and right now they're just currently lusting after you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really worried and concerned about it, because I do kind of feel like that lust will eventually turn into love. So that's why I'm like, I'm not really worried about it, but I still want to see what comes out. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We have, all right. All right. There. Okay. Let me break this down, and I'm going to tell you what kept coming to my mind over and over again. So we have the Tower. We have the Six of Swords. We also have the Five of Cups, and then we also have the Eight of Cups. Now, keep in mind the Tower is out here, and the Tower is linked to the Devil. Okay. Now, with all of that being said, does this person have a lot of lust and desire for you? Absolutely. But if it's one thing that I will say is this, they're not going to go as far as to act upon like their lust and desire. In other words, they're not going to try to like, rush things with you in regards to that like department, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? They're not going to do that. If anything, I see them allowing you to kind of take the lead. So if it ever gets to that point where the two of you are ever like intimate in that way, it's because that's what you wanted to basically happen. Are they going to push that upon you? Absolutely not. See, when it comes down to you, it's like this person feels like they have to like go about you and this relationship that they share with you extremely differently than anybody else that they've ever dealt with, right? And I feel like it is kind of stemming from a place of them not wanting, you to have like the wrong impression of them. I feel like it is kind of stemming from a place of, them not wanting you to basically think that they're just here for a good old time, nothing more, nothing less. I just kind of feel like with you, like specifically you, it's like they feel like they have to just navigate through this entire situation extremely differently. So that way you're not left with any type of impression that, they're just here to have a good old time with you, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. That's one thing that I will say about this person, which is also something that I do have a lot of respect for. But does that dismiss the fact, right, that this person does have a lot of lust and desire for you? Absolutely. But are they gonna like, try to like rush things as far as like, that specific thing is concerned? No, it'll happen when you want it to basically happen, in other words. Yeah, it'll happen when you want it to happen, because their whole thing is that they just don't want to like say anything or do anything or just even make it seem, you know what I mean? Like, that's obviously something that they want with you. It's obviously something on their mind that they would love to obviously experience with you. But are they gonna like push for that or even bring it up in conversations? Like, no, that's not what I see this person doing. How does this person currently feel? Okay. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Temperance card, and then we also have the Ten of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Swords, we also have the Three of Swords, as well as the Eight of Pentacles to the Hangman, and then we also have the Five of Swords, geez, with the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Now, in regards to like how you're currently viewing this relationship, this person definitely views you as somebody who's very like blunt and very, very honest. They also view you as somebody who genuinely does live in their truth. And that's one thing that I can say that this person really does respect about you, is that you just kind of tell it how it is. Like, you'll say things, right, that might even make you look bad, but you don't care. As long as you're living in your truth and you're speaking your truth, that's all that really matters to you. And I feel like the only reason why we're kind of getting this right here is because it kind of looks like as you guys are like getting to know each other and, you know, things of that nature, I do feel like you're basically like, you know, disclosing to this person, you know, why your last relationship didn't work out, what you experienced, what you basically went through. And you're kind of mentioning, from the looks of it anyways, you're kind of mentioning like the stuff that that person did that left you extremely hurt, that left you feeling extremely betrayed by them. But I feel like you're also mentioning the things that you did in this relationship as well. In other words, you're not painting yourself out to be a saint in any way, shape, or form. And I feel like that's something that this person has a lot of respect for. And that's also something that this person's not used to. It's like they're kind of, I guess this person's like used to, you know, constantly, you know, dealing with people who are very quick to blame their ex for, you know, the relationship going south. And I just feel like they're so used to people constantly portraying themselves out to be a saint when in all actuality they're not. The fact that not only are you telling them like all the stuff that this ex of yours basically put you through, you're also turning around and telling them like, but you know what, and I did this and I did this and I did that and I did that, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that, you know, I feel like this person really does like about you, the fact that you're so honest. And the fact that you're the type of person that genuinely does live in your truth, like this person genuinely feels like you're obviously somebody that they can trust. You're obviously, you know, somebody that they know is going to always keep it like 100% real and honest with them. And like I said, that's something that they really do value and appreciate. And it makes them feel safe and secure. Now, also too, with the Ten of Pentacles coming out here, just be mindful, Capricorn, that the more this person gets to know you, the more they're going to find themselves wanting to obviously, you know, be with you and, you know, take things a step further, I would say, with you. Currently at the moment, I don't see them really pushing, like I said, for absolutely anything to happen just yet between you and them. But yeah, the more they get to know you, the more they're starting to kind of feel like, all right, like this is somebody that I can totally see myself being in a relationship with. This is somebody that I can totally, you know, see myself trusting. You know, this is somebody who brings a lot of peace and harmony and balance into my life. So, you know, the things that you basically bring to the table, you know, are things that this person's already acknowledging, and it's already causing them to essentially feel like, all right, you just might be the one for them. But again, there's this energy of them not trying to get like too excited just yet, because I am kind of getting that from this person. They're trying their hardest to not get too excited yet. Hence why I just kind of feel like they're probably going to just take things slowly here with you and really, really get to know you before they, you know, jump the gun and be like, all right, like this is my person, you know? How does Capricorn currently feel about this relationship? So we have the Page of Wands. We have the King of Swords. I want to look at this person that you're connecting with. Yeah, I really want to look at them. But anyways, Page of Wands, King of Swords, and then we also have the Queen of Swords. I would say for sure, communication between you and this person is definitely on point. I think that communication is definitely very important for you, just as much as it is for them. So communication for sure is definitely on point here between you and this person. With the Six of Pentacles to the Five of Swords coming out here, because communication is so on point here between you and this person, if in the event things were, right, to get, you know, serious here between you and this person, when you guys run into moments of adversity within your relationship with one another, y'all are going to be the type of people that are going to sit there and really talk it out and come down to a resolution. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. I do want to look at the King of Swords though. Tell me more about the King of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Page of Swords. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune, and then we also have the Page of Cups, and then we also have the Hierophant with the High Priestess. So this one over here has a really big ego. They have a really, really big ego. So, okay, let's talk about this person's previous relationship, shall we? This person could have been dealing with an Aries specifically, possibly a Sagittarius, maybe even a Leo or a Taurus or a Scorpio or a Pisces. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. I mean, regardless of this person's zodiac sign that they used to deal with. It just kind of looks like, how do I say this? It just kind of looks like this person from their past one-upped them. in some way, shape, or form. And I kind of feel like whatever it is that they did to one up them, it was like a massive shot, I would say, to this person's ego. A massive shot to this person's ego. I just kind of feel like there was like a whole lot of like tick for tack going on here between them and this person that they were once upon a time romantically involved with. But I feel like somehow, some way, yo, like this queen managed to like one up them to the point where it was a massive shock to this person's ego, to the point where it did cause them to develop a lot of anger and resentment towards them, to the point where they're still kind of carrying around, like, you know, that pain and that disappointment that they experienced by this queen of wands one-upping them is like the best way that I can describe what it is that I'm basically seeing here, okay? Tell me more about this King of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups, you got the Justice card, and then we also have the Ten of Pentacles to the Empress. It's not going to take this one over here too long to realize that you're what they want. So, in other words, it's only a matter of time, I would say, before this person tries to push for more out of you and this connection that they basically share with you. You and this person's ex, man, y'all are like freaking polar opposites. Jesus Christ. You guys are polar freaking opposites. I mean, let's just talk about this real quick. Page of Cups is somebody who is, you know, for the most part, emotionally immature. So I do kind of feel like this person that they were once upon a time romantically involved with, I'm getting like, I'm kind of getting mood swings with this one over here. It's like one day they're happy, the next day they're pissed. One day they're happy, the next day they're pissed. This king could have felt like when they were with this Queen of Wands anyways, they could have felt like, they were just simply not good enough for this Queen of Wands. And I feel like it's mainly because they always found something to complain about. They always found something to nag about. And again, I keep getting these mood swings with this one over here. It's like one day they're happy and the next day they're pissed. One day they're happy, the next day they're pissed. But I also feel like this person has anger issues. I'm also kind of getting that. I'm also kind of getting also to like all bark, no bite. In other words, like this is that type of person that'll sit there and be like, I'm going to go do this. Right? But then they don't turn around and do absolutely anything. It's kind of what I'm getting, all bark, no bite. But yeah, point is that I kind of feel like these two have like a very tick for tack type of relationship. You know, this King of Swords over here would turn around and do something to hurt them. And then this one over here would turn around and do something to hurt them right back. But I feel like whatever it is that this queen man did last, like they really one up them to the point where this king couldn't even come back from whatever it is that they did to like one up them is kind of what I'm getting. Tell me more about the Hierophant. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, okay. We have the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We have the Emperor to the King of Cups to the Three of Cups. Well, look at what we have here. Jesus. Okay, well, I kind of see how they basically one-up them. Instead of playing this whole tick for tack with this king, it kind of looks like they decided to invest their time and energy towards building a relationship here with this emperor over here slash King of Cups. Whoever this emperor is, it's definitely somebody who's older than this Queen of Wands that they used to deal with. But yeah, it kind of looks like instead of playing this little game here, this whole tick for tack thing, you know, with this King of Swords, they just decided to kind of invest their time and energy towards building a relationship here with this emperor. And it kind of looks like in the end, this king was left. This king was left by this queen that decided in the end to go off and pursue, you know, this emperor instead. Okay. You know, another reason why I feel like this was like a massive shot to this person's ego, and they're probably never going to confess this to you, but I feel like the main reason why this was like a massive shot to their ego has a lot to do with the fact that they perceive this person that this Queen of Wands initially left them for as somebody who's 10 times better than them in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how, but in some way, shape, or form, this king that you're now dealing with is perceiving this emperor that I guess their ex left them for, or something like that, as somebody who's 10 times better than them, and that kind of also added on to, you know, it being like a massive shot to this person's ego. But anyways, back to you know, you, right? I just kind of feel like I just kind of feel like they still kind of feel some type of way about the whole ordeal till this day, and I kind of feel like that's something that you're definitely going to witness. Is that they're still kind of bothered and upset by how this Queen of Wands did them, and how dare they leave them for like a whole nother man or a whole nother woman. So I think that that's something that you're definitely going to peep. When you do ask this person about their past, you're going to definitely notice like that they're still kind of bothered and upset by it. Now, if it's one thing that I will say is this: I don't want you to think that this person that they used to deal with is somebody that they still want to be with, because I'm definitely not getting that. So even though this person might give you the impression that they're still kind of bothered by, this Queen of Wands and how this Queen of Wands did them and, things of that nature, I don't want you to internalize it as, oh man, they're still hung up on this ex of theirs. No. No. Even if they were, it doesn't look like, these two would ever get back together, considering the fact, right, that this person finds themselves now dealing with an emperor. The likelihood of these two ever getting back together is probably never going to happen, to be completely honest with you. So just letting you know, just letting you know. All right, what actions will Capricorn take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Fool. Okay. All right. Three of Pentacles. Wait a minute. We got the Three of Pentacles to the Fool, and then we also have the Three of Wands. But see, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor to the Knight of Wands, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. All right. You might have Virgo within your chart now that I think about it, but in regards to like how you plan on moving forward, okay, I do see you being open and receptive, right, to this connection between you and this person. It's kind of like having the mentality, right, of like, whatever happens, happens. Like, if it leads to something serious, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It is what it is, right? I just kind of feel like you're trying your hardest to not get too excited yourself when it comes down to this entire situation here between you and this person. But with the Knight of Wands coming out here to the Emperor coming out here, between you and I, you know what I mean? And this person doesn't need to know all of this. I do see this person trying their hardest to like woo you and impress you and, paint this picture out to you that they're like the perfect man for you or like the perfect woman for you, things of that nature is kind of what I see this person doing. I'm just gonna, see what they plan on doing next. And I'm gonna like tell you kind of another thing that I want you to be aware of when it comes down to this person. Nothing bad. It's nothing bad, but I just figured I'd mention it. But what actions will this person take towards Capricorn or moving forward? So we have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Eight of Swords, and then we also have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So in regards to how this person plans on moving forward. Okay. All right, here we go. So in regards to like how this person plans on moving forward, I feel like they're being really hard on themselves, to be completely honest. This to me kind of feels like a whole lot of like negative self-talk coming from this person, which kind of makes sense as to why they're showing up in this manner. And that's kind of why I needed to kind of look into them first, right? But you're showing up as an Empress. Okay. Now, with all of that being said, you're basically the total package, honey. Okay. This person wouldn't change a damn thing about you. But here's the thing, right? Because this person looks at you and perceives you, right, as an Empress, they feel like you're 10 times better than them in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if you make more money than them or what the deal is, but in some way, shape, or form, they're perceiving you as somebody who's better than them, to the point where, there's like a lot of like negative self-talk that we're seeing here coming from this person. It's like they kind of find themselves like, thinking to themselves like, damn, like, what could I possibly like provide, to Capricorn? They already got it all, you know what I mean? Like, it's like this person's trying to find a way to like fit into your life and benefit you, I guess, and in some way, shape, or form, but they kind of feel like they can't really benefit you in any way, shape, or form, because they kind of view you as somebody who just obviously just has it all, right? So with that being said, it's like they're trying to find a way to like fit into your life and make you see that by having them around is like a huge benefit for you. You know what I mean? It's kind of what I'm getting. With the Death card, though, to the Tower, to the Six of Cups, to the Five of Cups, to the Ten of Wands, to the Nine of Swords, I really hate that this person's harnessing this energy, because this to me kind of feels like an overall energy of them looking at your life and then looking at their life and feeling like shit. You know, it's like this person feels. How do I say this? It's like this person feels like ashamed. You know what I mean? For the life that they have. I'm also kind of getting where they live. I'm also kind of getting that where they live, specifically where they live, you know, the money that they make. It's like they just feel so freaking ashamed. It's like the best way that I can describe what it is that I'm seeing here. But it's interesting, right? Because in your face, right? In your face, right? It's like they're again. It's like they're trying their hardest to like woo you and impress you and get you to see that they're of your caliber and that they bring just as much to the table as you do, Capricorn, right? But the reality of the situation is that no, dude, they don't bring as much to the table as you do, and that's okay. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I feel so bad for this person. You know what? I feel like it has a lot to do with the shit that we see on like social media, and this freaking narrative that keeps getting like pushed around. You know what I mean? It's like you got to make a certain amount of money, and you got to live in a specific neighborhood. You know what I mean? To like, I don't know, like be desired or even freaking wanted by a person. Now, listen, if you want somebody who's of your caliber, then that's on you. You know what I mean? Like it's your life. You do what you want with it, right? If you want somebody of your caliber, then that's on you. But I'm telling you right now, they can paint themselves out to be somebody who is of your caliber, but they're not. You know what I mean? And to me, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know what I mean? I feel like this person can definitely improve their financial situation, their living situation. Like, I feel like these are things that they could work on. These are things that this person can improve. This is not the end all be all like they think it is. You know what I mean? It's like they think, you know, they're stuck working this job that they currently work at. They think that they're stuck living in the place that they're currently living in, but they're not. I just think that that's just kind of what they continue to kind of tell themselves. You know what I mean? But yeah. Because, you know what? Everything in life happens for a reason. So what's the reason behind all of this? What is the reason behind all of this? I can see, I can see why spirit would obviously bring someone like you into this person's life, because shit, I mean, you're showing up as an empress. I mean, you're obviously, you know, somebody who's established. You're somebody who's mature. You're somebody who knows what they want. You're somebody, and you're a Capricorn on top of that. So everything that you currently have in life, you busted your ass for. You know what I mean? You didn't sit up there and, you know, complain about how much life sucks and how this is not fair. Like, no, like you busted your ass to get yourself out of that rut, get yourself out of that situation. So it makes sense as to why Spirit's sending you into this person's life, because I feel like you're going to teach them and show them that it's possible. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible to get a better job. It's possible to get, you know, I don't know, a better, like, living situation. You know what I mean? It's possible to start that business you've always wanted to start. It's possible. Like, I feel like you're being sent into this person's life to show them that, yo, it is fucking possible. It is possible. It's possible. It's possible. You don't have to continue to live life this way like you think you do. Like, it's possible. If you could do it, they could turn around and do it too. You know what I mean? It's possible. It's possible. See, but with you, my friend, with you, okay, I feel like the reason why Spirit's sending someone like this in your life, yeah, I feel like, especially because we got a King of Cups here, I feel like the reason why Spirit is sending someone like this into your life is to get you to stop being afraid to let someone in. Stop being afraid to like allow yourself to experience love and what that feels like. You know what I mean? I feel like this person plays a huge like purpose in your life, and I feel like you're going to be playing a huge purpose in their life. And I feel like everybody's going to benefit, I would say, out of this entire situation for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. I hate that this person feels this way. And if you've been with me for a long time, you already know, okay? I hate seeing people like suffer. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Like, I can't stand it. It just does something to me. I've always been this way my whole life. I hate seeing people suffer. And I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like after this relationship between them and this Queen of Wands, like, went south, like, they've been going fucking through it, man. Like I feel like they've been going fucking through it. Like they've been stressing, they've been isolating themselves on top of that. So they're basically like, alone with their thoughts the vast majority of the time. I just, man, I feel like this person has been going through it since this breakup occurred here between them and this Queen of Wands. But I don't know. I feel like you're gonna bring a lot of healing into this person's life. I feel like you're gonna really help them overcome, all of this pain and disappointment that they experience with this Queen of Wands. But dude, I feel like this one over here is gonna show you what love truly does feel like. And having somebody by your side who really does care about you, who really does love you, who's all for you and only fucking you. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think that that's something that you've ever experienced. And I feel like it's because you don't allow yourself to have those experiences because it's scary, I guess. You know what I mean? It's scary, I guess, for you anyways. But I want to see the outcome to this relationship. What's the outcome here? Okay. Oh, Capricorn, what am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? This is going to be one hell of a journey for you, my friend. That's one thing that I will say, and it's going to be the same for them. You're not going to be the only one going through it in this relationship. They're going to be going through it for their own reasons, right? But you're going to be going through it for your own reasons as well. Like I said, I feel like this person was sent to you to show you what it looks like and what it feels like, right? To have somebody who loves you, to have somebody who cares about you, to have somebody who has your back, to have, someone who genuinely has your best interest at heart, to have somebody who's all for you and only fucking you, my friend. Like, you don't know what that feels like. You don't know what that really looks like. And I feel like this relationship is going to really trip you out. It's going to trip you out and it's going to confuse you to the point where I kind of see you actually falling into this energy of, yes, confusion, and yes, it is going to kind of trip you out just a little bit, but it's because you never experienced this before, right? But I kind of see you like, and I don't even like the way that you're kind of spinning this to yourself, right? Because this to me kind of feels like a lot of like self-talk, a lot of negative self-talk coming from you, but it's like you're kind of looking at this person like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Like, why are you so nice to me? What do you really want? Why are you really here? Huh? Why are you really here? Because I don't understand. Like, why the hell are you here right now? You know what I mean? And I just, as simple as I could put it, and you're probably not gonna like this answer, but like, I just feel like they're here to love you, Capricorn, and to be here for you. And to show you, you know what I mean, like what love honestly does feel like, and what it looks like, to have somebody who actually loves you and cares about you and has your back and has your best interest at heart and is literally all for you and only fucking you, like. And I just don't think that you've ever experienced that, and I think that you're gonna have a hard time, my friend, accepting that that's just what it is. It's not, they're not here because they're trying to take advantage of you, because I feel like that's kind of the route that you're also going. Well, they're just probably here because I just make a boatload of money, or I just live in this specific place, and that's why they're with me. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. And even then, and I already said this, like, they're trying to find a way to fit into your life and, be the person, right, that obviously you need them to be. And currently at the moment, they're not that person. Like, they don't make the amount of money that you make. They may not live in the nice ass house that you live in, you know what I mean? But they still fucking want you, you know what I mean? But, it's like, they're literally trying to like figure out a way to like fit into your life, right? And benefit you, not benefit them, benefit you, right? But they kind of feel like where they're currently at in life, they just can't benefit you in any way, shape, or form, right now anyways. So with that being said, it's like they're over here thinking of ways like, how can I benefit like Capricorn? Like, how can I benefit them? You know what I mean? Not how could Capricorn benefit me, but how can I benefit them? They don't have any sort of intentions of taking advantage of you or using you for your money or, getting with you because they need a place to stay. No, I am not getting that off of this person whatsoever. In fact, they're probably that type of person, especially because you're dealing with somebody who has a big ego. If this person only had a freaking dollar in their bank account, they wouldn't turn around and ask you or anybody for money. They wouldn't. So this whole, they're just after me because I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. So, then there's that. Like I said, dude, I also kind of see you under the impression that, oh, well, the only reason why, they're probably talking to me or with me is because they can't be with, this Queen of Wands anymore, because this Queen of Wands left them to go be with somebody else. Like I said, you and this ex of theirs, y'all are polar opposite, and that's something that they actually love and appreciate. That's something that they actually love and appreciate. Like this Queen of Wands, like always made. All right. We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Ace of Wands, and then we also have the Empress. So this person's looking at you like you're an Empress. In other words, you have everything that this person wants within a person and then some. So you're basically somebody who has exceeded this person's expectation. This is also somebody who feels really, really drawn to you. This is somebody who has a lot of desire for you, a lot of passion for you. Now, I do want to look at the Ace of Wands a little bit more. There's something that I really want to clarify. I just want to see if the devil's going to come out or not. It's like, the real reason why I want to look at the Ace of Wands, because this could basically insinuate, which even if that is the case, I'm not really worried and concerned about it, to be honest, but this could definitely insinuate that there is somebody here that, yes, is about to walk into your life that can bring a lot of emotional satisfaction into your life and a lot of happiness and joy, all that wonderful stuff, right? But this could definitely imply, right, that this person in particular does have like a lot of lust and desire for you, even if they do, right, have a lot of lust and desire for you, and right now they're just currently lusting after you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really worried and concerned about it, because I do kind of feel that lust will eventually turn into love. So that's why I'm like, I'm not really worried about it, but I still want to see what comes out. So I'm more about the Ace of Wands. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We have, all right. All right. There. Okay. Let me break this down, and I'm going to tell you what kept coming to my mind over and over again. So we have the Tower. We have the Six of Swords. We also have the Five of Cups, and then we also have the Eight of Cups. Now, keep in mind the Tower is out here, and the Tower is linked to the Devil. Okay. Now, with all of that being said, does this person have a lot of lust and desire for you? Absolutely. But if it's one thing that I will say is this, they're not going to go as far as to act upon like their lust and desire. In other words, they're not going to try to like, rush things with you in regards to that like department, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? They're not going to do that. If anything, I see them allowing you to kind of take the lead. So if it ever gets to that point where the two of you are ever like intimate in that way, it's because that's what you wanted to basically happen. Are they going to push that upon you? Absolutely not. See, when it comes down to you, it's like this person feels like they have to like go about you and this relationship that they share with you extremely differently than anybody else that they've ever dealt with, right? And I feel like it is kind of stemming from a place of them not wanting, you to have like the wrong impression of them. I feel like it is kind of stemming from a place of, them not wanting you to basically think that they're just here for a good old time, nothing more, nothing less. I just kind of feel like with you, like specifically you, it's like they feel like they have to just navigate through this entire situation extremely differently. So that way you're not left with any type of impression that, they're just here to have a good old time with you, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. That's one thing that I will say about this person, which is also something that I do have a lot of respect for. But does that dismiss the fact, right, that this person does have a lot of lust and desire for you? Absolutely. But are they gonna like, try to like rush things as far as like, that specific thing is concerned? No, it'll happen when you want it to basically happen, in other words. Yeah, it'll happen when you want it to happen, because their whole thing is that they just don't want to like say anything or do anything or just even make it seem, you know what I mean? Like, that's obviously something that they want with you. It's obviously something on their mind that they would love to obviously experience with you. But are they gonna like push for that or even bring it up in conversations? Like, no, that's not what I see this person doing. How does this person currently feel